Hello everyone, welcome. Good morning. I have been working yesterday in the morning. I was just working on the main menu and I was just completing all the options that I have here. So I was working on those things to be using this cancel, apply and back and everything like that. So almost everything is working except this full screen drop down. Since not working, so I will just take later the time for that. And I was also working on the button here with changing the color for when disabled or not, things like that. So I was just working on this main menu in the morning, which is more or less working, and it's giving the option to change a few parameters for that. When you're just playing the game, I didn't have it in the past, so it was only running on epic settings and no limit for frame rate, and also full screen that you can just change from F11, but it's not just choosing the size of the window. So everything now is working, and the new builds that I'm just creating for all the patrons and also subscribers, they have already the option to change the quality settings for many things, and also the size of the screen and so on. So this is something that I was just a long time ago trying to do. The only thing not working perfectly fine at the moment is full screen drop down, but yeah, but I will just try to fix as soon as possible. And another thing that I was just doing in the afternoon, in the session in the afternoon, I was working on the charts here, and I was just finishing a few things that I didn't do, like for example merging the roof to have the right properties, and I was also fixing a few problems with the windows with lightning that I had, and I was just finishing also the stones that here do something better, and just adjusting all of them with decals and everything like this. So now it's better. And I was just fixing a few little details that was still missing. So more or less now the chart is the glass that I need for the windows had been already finished, and I was also adding even the decals for the roof and many other things like that. So just small details that I need to finish all of them. So this is something that I was just doing and finished off this one. So more or less the chart is finished at this moment, only missing the interior with the glass, and maybe I will work a bit also on the doors. They're quite simple, so I will just put like hinges or things like that, something nicer for that, but I can just do later because at the moment I don't have any gameplay on this area. So when I'm just working on it, I will do also managing the benches on the interior, so the NPCs can go inside and sitting, and the living. Also the bells should be just playing at the right time. So there's a few things that I need to fix for that. Oops. So I will just leave as it is. I'm not working anymore on this part. So for today, the thing that I would like to do is a completely different thing that I will just explain a bit later, creating like a performance test version, things like that. But I will just try to fix this small thing here. For some reason, when I'm just trying to select this one, the problem is that, as you see here, probably just a click. So you can see here that there is a problem with this drop down not being assigned to the right one. I was just checking, I didn't find where the problem is, but this is exactly here. So I was just using this print string, and this is printing what is expected to be. But anyway, this one, or let's say this one, this select option is not working. I was just checking again this value, and I was just thinking maybe to try something different for that. Hola, Subaka MC Stark, muy buenas, bienvenido por aquí, gracias por ese follow. Como os digo a todos, si tenéis cualquier pregunta, si has estado por aquí la primera vez o no has estado aquí antes, me lo comentas. Puedes preguntar perfectamente tanto en español como en inglés. Si nadie me pregunta, pues hablo en inglés porque imagino que es el más popular para todo el mundo. Pero si tienes cualquier pregunta, quieres ver cualquier cosa, me lo comentas, ¿vale? Ahora sí, ¿no? ¿Por qué no ha sonado? ¿Por qué no? Muy buenas, Alex. ¿Por qué no ha sonado? No lo entiendo, tiene que sonar. Lo tengo aquí abierto. ¡Cañán! Sí. Ah, porque has puesto una N, no una ñ. Amigo. Claro, porque lo has escrito mal. Vale. ¿Hay algún problema con el string? ¿Algo que no se vea? No sé si hay algún problema. ¿Sí, no? ¡Cañán! Ahora sí, correcto. Digo, ¿por qué no? Si debería estar funcionando. Por eso decía, Chewbacca, si has estado por aquí la primera vez, quieres ver cualquier cosa o algo más del juego, del mapa, lo que sea, me lo preguntas, ¿vale? Aquí tienes una pequeña descripción del juego, pero cualquier cosa, o bien de desarrollo o bien del juego en sí, me preguntas lo que quieras, ¿vale? So what I'm just trying to do is just selecting the option from this one, which is for some reason not working, and I was just checking all those texts and since working for me, but no, they select for some reason. Qué raro. Bueno, a lo mejor tarda un poco en darte la opción de que estoy online o algo. Por eso te digo que si quieres preguntar o ver cualquier parte del mapa, si has estado aquí antes y no has visto tanto del desarrollo de videojuegos como de mi juego en concreto, o de Unreal Engine, de Blender, no sé, cualquier cosa que te haga falta, me lo comentas, ¿vale? Pero cuando normalmente viene aquí gente que viene todos los días, pues no tienen más preguntas y lógicamente hago cosas en vez de estar explicándolo si no viene nadie o no pregunta nadie nada. Pero ya te digo, cualquier pregunta sin problema, ¿vale? ¿Y por qué esto no? A ver. Estoy intentando arreglar aquí una cosa del menú que no va. Options. Full screen. Let's see. Clear lock. Play. Fail to match case, full screen. Let me see where the problem is. It's supposed to be that this one is just doing that. Anyway, I'm just going to this point, so I will put here another print string to be sure that this is the place that is just failing. So anyway, it's just exactly. This is exactly a place that is not working for some reason, so trying to do this select option from the combo string since not working, but I'm using exactly the same, for example here, and this is working, so but it's exactly the same option and I will try even this, avoiding to use with strings because I don't want to use strings. Ahora voy a contar lo que el plan para hoy, Alex, a ver qué te parece, si te mola. Options, epic, that's fine. Should be just applying working. For some reason changing these scalability settings takes really long, as you see. So just stop and then play again. Supposed to be taking the proper one. So let me see. Right, so this is also working, that's fine. So this is applied. This is the only one that is not working for some reason, and probably the reason is being on on the editor. That's exactly the same problem. Let's apply back. Stop. So options, exactly just taking here. The only thing is this full screen or not, and I have a message here saying that they cannot just select this one from the drop down. I was just putting a message both sides, so you see here this full screen, which is exactly what I'm just trying to find, but since not working, so I don't need this. That's better option, not using strings here, so that's fine. And Arkan, muy buenas, hola, bienvenido por aquí, buenos días. Como os digo, si no tenéis ninguna pregunta, si queréis preguntar lo que sea, podéis preguntar en español. Si no tenéis ninguna pregunta, lo explico todo en inglés en general, porque creo que hay más gente aquí que no hable también español, pero cualquier problema o cualquier cosa me lo comentáis en inglés, en español, perdón. Buenos días, Asha. Good morning. Trying to finish this small detail with the menu that is not working for some reason. So I think I will do like a select here. No. Select using this one as select. Using this one as select. Okay. Let's try it like this. Select. Can I use string for? No. Can I use, for example, this one? Yes, try. Yeah, the only thing not working is this small detail on this full screen. Everything is working. I was even creating the button here for that. The only thing is this drop down is saying me or giving me an option saying here the drop down cannot be selected, the right one. So that's the small problem for some reason. Even using the same way for other options here, because I have a few of them. So all of them are working except this one for some reason. So I cannot take this, and I'm trying to find maybe other way to select all of them. And after that I will just change, even I will try for a while in case that this is not working. Let me just try to take another way. In case that this one is not working, I'm just moving in to another task for today. What I want to do is creating some way for performance test build, so people can download this one and test about the performance of the game, but not really playing the game. So for that, what I want to create is kind of maybe a few maybe a few cameras, that the cameras are being rotating during the time you are doing this testing, or even using some spline to move the camera through the map to some area, so people just can check the FPS and not really playing a game or playing, but just having a different cameras in different places so you can see how well it's working, for example in the forest or just open area, things like that, with all the frames. So buenos días, muy buenas por aquí. So that's what I'm trying, I would like to do today, but I'm just doing this small thing, try like a bit different, and if it's not working I will just leave this, because it's just tedious and really boring even for me. Options. Yeah, even let me just see. This is exactly the same problem. So for some reason I cannot select this one. So anyway, I will just leave this one as we don't need this at the moment. That's fine. I have this warning and that's fine. So my idea is having a group of cameras that I have in the map, and this performance test will be just moving from let's put here the quality is better, just moving from camera to camera and not really giving the option to play, but just only moving between cameras on the map so you can see how the performance is going. So maybe the first thing that I would like to do is taking the current frames FPS I can take from some place. I will just try to do this in the what's the main menu, the HUD, I think. Because I want to take the frames that I have. Buenos días, aquí James. Buenas. No te había visto. I want to take the frames that is just taking and then put something on the screen for that. So I will do dialogues. The HUD is really huge. This is Devblog action. Text box, text block here. Text. Okay, and this one will be text flows FPS. I want to show on screen, so I will put on the top here. I'll let put also frames like a center, and from this one will be 0, and this is 30 even, and size will be like 200. Well, in that case I need to put like -100, so it's exactly the center. That's fine. Pues voy a hacer una cosa nueva que quiero hacer, es crear una build que sea solo de test para que la gente se lo pueda descargar. Esa es la idea inicial. Esa es la idea. Y para ello lo que voy a hacer es poner los frames pantalla y que con varias cámaras se vaya rotando para que se vea la imagen desde varios puntos. En vez de dar la opción de jugar, que vaya a varios puntos simplemente. Lo que tampoco quiero es que me lleve muchísimo trabajo para hacerlo, pero sí me gustaría que la gente tuviera algo para descargarse y que pueda simplemente probar el rendimiento, pero no probar ni juego, ni mecánicas, ni nada. Simplemente unas escenas, que no sé si hacer escenas fijas con cámara o hacer una línea en la que la cámara vaya moviéndose por el mapa. Que en principio creo que lo voy a hacer con cámaras fijas porque así me evito que hay partes vacías o no, que tengo que ir rellenando y tal. Yo creo que lo más sencillo va a ser simplemente poner cámaras y cuando vaya haciendo cosas nuevas puedo ponerlos en las nuevas. Incluso puedo usar ese pequeño vídeo que se genere como showcase luego. Esa es la idea. It's a variable. So what I'm doing is taking this as where's the event graph? Mission sequence. Where's the initialization? Get text blocks. So the first thing that I will do in all the game is creating on this common function things like that. I have constants here, so I will create a new constant that is well, I could create here no, this is I have them on common functions, and it's just taking this, for example, here like new function and say is performance test. La puedes hacer la línea, aparte de que tengo que hacerla yo y crearla, por lo que es la línea en sí siguiendo, tendría luego que ampliarla, moverla para ir por partes, que por ejemplo haya hecho zonas nuevas, además de que sería, como por ejemplo, imagínate ahora que lo pongo aquí, ¿vale? Si lo pongo aquí, aquí se vería bien, pero si sigo la línea por el mapa, todo esto se ve vacío, ¿vale? Hasta que llegase, por ejemplo, aquí para enseñarlo. y lo suyo sería pues que a lo mejor tenga una cámara aquí desde un punto que esté más o menos completa la imagen y no aquí, porque me dirás que claro, es que como la mitad está vacío, tampoco es un test muy bueno de rendimiento si la mitad está vacía, por decirlo así. Entonces si yo lo pongo en sitios donde la escena si esté completa es más relevante. Si lo hago por una línea, en realidad hay partes en las que está medio vacío y no es muy buen test, por eso quería hacerlo un poco quizá con cámaras, que es más fácil. No tengo que, puedo añadir cámaras luego y no tengo que, digamos, modificar todas las curvas. Las opciones de gráfico en principio funcionan todas excepto el Full Screen in Windows, que el drop down no lo selecciona bien, pero la opción como tal se puede cambiar, o sea que sí, ya hay todas las opciones de gráfico. Luego quizá añadir en el futuro que puedas configurar manualmente cada parte, en vez de hacer por ejemplo low, medium, high, que puedas configurar calidad de la sombra, distancia de la hierba, calidad de no sé qué, y así todas esas opciones que las puedas configurar manualmente todas una a una. Pero en principio, bueno, las opciones son generales y ya por lo menos se puede cambiar el tamaño de la pantalla, resolución y demás. Por eso lo decía que era casi mejor usar la cámara que las curvas, porque la cámara la puedo poner en un sitio donde la escena esté completa y sin embargo las curvas pues tienen que pasar por partes donde no hay ni siquiera nada en el mapa, ¿no? Entonces para evitarme eso pues pongo simplemente puntos en los que sé que ya está completo o desde un sitio en el que hay suficiente vegetación o lo que sea para que se vea un test más o menos realista, ¿no? Y aquí pondríamos is performance test. So I can, let's say, manually select this one and I will use this function in any place to check if during this time I'm doing that. So I think I have already like any other for that, maybe not. Being instant is playing, is tutorial, so you can see here they have few things like that, so it's just easy. So probably we'll move this one to game instant. Yeah, I think I can create a variable on this game manager. So just changing here for this value. Component is tutorial, is playing. No, this is a bit different thing that I'm just trying to do. That's fine. So the thing is, having this function that is just giving me the option to be if performance test or not. I can just, let's say, check now, and I can put all the code checking for this function to see if this building is performance test or not, and that's all. So I could even create like a variable from the command line or things like that. That's fine. So what I need to do is I have this performance test, and I'm doing here is this performance test. So in case that it is, so this is branch. Well, I don't need even this one, so I will do this select. Will be easier. What I'm doing here is just like a set visibility. So in case that it is this return value, so in case that is performance test, you will see visible. In otherwise, it's just hidden. So when I'm doing that, it's just showing the FPS on screen manually or not, depending on performance test. Because I would like to have something nicer than the default that they are just giving you. So that's fine. Another thing is using this even thick probably here, this one, where it's just checking for this performance test. So I will take all of them. So I'm moving to the top. Let's say, so I have this one already that I can just use to calculate the FPS at the moment. So this is the same one, so performance test, but it's just a constant here, and this is a branch, and I think taking this delta time I can calculate the frames, because I have the time that have been passed between frames, so it's just easy to calculate the new frame. So for that, what I need to do is this text block FPS, oops, and set text if true. So what I need to do is calculate here the number that I'm adding, and for that it's easy because I have this delta time, which is the milliseconds that have been passed between. So divide here, well, it's the opposite one, so what I need to do is just here divide 1 here. So this is like 1 second, let's say, and this is milliseconds coming, but I think this is also seconds, like 0 point something. How big is the Devblog? If you mean about megabytes, it's around 370. I can tell you from the last one I was creating, the last one creating yesterday was, well, this is a zip. Zip compressed is taking 370 something, 371, but the one uncompressed already is 432. Yeah, that are the numbers. I think this is giving me in seconds, so one between the seconds here, so we'll have the parts that they have, and I think this is exactly the number that we are looking for, I think. So what I'm doing now is using this command function and say this performance test, so when I'm playing here, should be having this number on the screen. Yeah, exactly. So I have, let's say, this number so I can create something nicer instead of using the number small one that you have on the screen. Sorry. So I have this text block that I can just create something nicer, like for example changing the color opacity, changing even the background for them, or things like that, so just nicer. I think it's really small. 400 megabytes is not really so big compared with any other games like 3 gigabytes or 20 gigabytes or things like that. And only the engine is 50 megabytes. Only the engine, the Unreal Engine, so there is nothing about me. But I can do even less than this. Color opacity font. Jesus. Okay. Font material, outline settings. I will do like outline 1, outline color. That's fine. Or size to content. Oh no, in that case I will not be in the center. I can do something like that, 0. No. No size to content. Okay, another thing is maybe because this one is giving me exactly, so grouping have to even minimum integral digits. I could even use 0 for them. Fractional digit. So yeah, I have this one, which is not going very well, so I will just try to do like 0 parts, having only 14, 15 or things like that. Not having all those numbers. Fractional digit I think is 0 here, for this conversion. Because that's nothing really important, like 15.3 or things like that. Yeah, to have this number. Lilgan66, muy buenas, bienvenido por aquí. Estoy poniendo un frame rate en pantalla porque quiero hacer una build de performance para que la gente se lo pueda bajar y vea el rendimiento en su ordenador, porque la gente lo pide mucho. Es lo que me gustaría tenerlo en pantalla. Y aquí incluso to frame delta time. Even dispatcher variables time from FPS check. What I'm doing is something different. I will just try, instead of just painting every time, I will paint every second, but I need to calculate this one every time, so that's why I'm using this for float. So what I'm doing is resetting this one at 0, that's fine. And what I need to do is here, instead of just painting every time, that it could be maybe taking a time for that, what I'm doing is something different. So time from last, so I will do get and then add. Well, I have add and set or something like that, add and test. That is something that I have been creating on C++ for that. So this node mostly, more or less, what it's doing is just taking a variable and then it's adding this delta, and in case there's something else bigger than, for example, in that case will be like 100 seconds, it's something happening. Otherwise it's just ignoring and just adding this one. I was using also for this kind of tick, so you can just increase this value until this is already this threshold, so you can delete this. ¿Se te queda alguna solución en Visual? Yo tengo una solución en Visual para crear la DLL, pero aparte de eso yo uso el Automation Tool. El Automation Tool compila la DLL dentro del .exe para shipping, lo hace directamente, que crea un único exe con la DLL dentro, pero yo puedo crear bien la DLL aparte, por ejemplo para test, para que lo use el editor, o bien el exe completo con, digamos, la engine más mi código. O sea, crea dos cosas distintas. Para eso tengo una solution, claro. Pero te la crea él, vamos. No es cosa mía. Y ahora lo que tengo que hacer es este aquí. Wait. Okay. So I need to create a new variable that will be like FPS frame rate. Okay, frame rate. So every time that I'm just taking this, let's say increasing, what I need to do is adding this frame rate or increasing this frame rate. So get and increment float. Well, in that case, this is not float. What I need is just taking this one as integer. What is only this one? Increment int. Sí, SLN solution. So this one is increasing every tick, which means one frame. It's just increasing this frame rate number, and it's also taking the time to be updating only when this arrive or add to this threshold. In that case, that is bigger than 1, This is the number that I need to compare or just say show on screen. So for that, what I'm doing is showing this. Integral digits. So this is the number of. Well, I don't need this true. Yes, I need this. So in case that this is, I'm just showing this value. Should be exactly the same, but a bit efficient because it's just painting one time every second, let's say. Well, it's this true. What I need to do is also resetting the values. Otherwise, so this one is taking subtract less than 1 and then set. So what I'm doing is just removing 1 second and keeping them as it was. That's fine. And I need also to reset the, let's say, FPS counter. So this will be 0 for that. And let's see how it works. Should be a bit better, more optimal, not doing a lot of things for this time, and also updating 1 time per second, which is just keeping me the values there. That is something not going well. So supposed to be this taking this time. Oh, Morcal, muy buenas, bienvenido por aquí, buenos días. Sí. Bueno, la iglesia, ya has visto, la ventana no me dio problemas. ¿Qué tal todo? Muy buenas. Voy a ponerte aquí tu link, por supuesto. Por si alguien todavía no le conoce, del pequeño grupo que hay aquí de gente, si alguien no lo conoce, pues Morcal también hace streaming, lo hace por las tardes. Ayer hizo de 3 a 6 me parece, que hace de 3 a 7, creo, o de 4 a 7. Es que había cambiado el horario, no me acuerdo, no me lo sé exacto. Pero para que os queráis pasaros, también por la tarde hace streaming, usa también Blender y está pasando ahora un programa que tiene de Unity y lo está pasando a Unreal. Para que echéis un vistazo, que también lo hace todo en streamings. Todo el proceso que va haciendo, lo va haciendo en los streamings y lo comparte con la gente. Y ahí pues muy buen rollo allí. Se habla un poco de todo, se soluciona de política, a veces entra en modo cuñado, pero por lo demás, todo estupendo. Yo estoy ahí todas las tardes, o sea que tienen follo. Yo me pasa igual, estoy pensando en cambiar los que tengo y todavía no lo tengo muy claro. Why this one is taking the... Siempre hay ratos que está muy bien el modo cuñado, ¿no? Está muy bien. ¿Qué tal todo entonces? Cuéntanos, coméntanos lo que quieras. For some reason it's just taking 2 times bigger. Seems to me that it's taking 2 times bigger. I don't know why. So performance test is just taking here. This is taking every second. So with this number is bigger than 1 second. We just move to true. That is false. Nothing happening. And then it's true. Also performance test. It's just going here and putting there the value from this frame rate, which is maybe better coming from this, in case I need this, or I can even duplicate this so it's not taking from the last value. Time for last F check, -1, and frame rate. 15 minutos para salir. Que sales entonces a son las 12, a la 1, ¿no? Muy bueno. ¿Tuviste tiempo de probar el performance? Al menos. So... Genial. ¿Qué GPU tienes tú? No me lo has dicho al final. GPU. Sin prisa, ya te digo que sin prisa. De hecho, lo que estoy ahora mismo haciendo es para que se pueda montar una build y la gente pueda ver en la cámara en varios sitios a cómo le va de performance. y ya está, pero no que puedan jugar ni tener movimiento ni nada. Voy a poner unas cámaras fijas en el mapa que vayan, digamos, turnándose esas mapas, rotando entre cámaras, y tengas los frames en pantalla para ver cómo va de rendimiento. Y ya está, es lo que quiero hacer. Para montar builds que la gente se pueda descargar, aunque no pueda jugarlo, pero sí que puedas ver el rendimiento, solo para eso. Y estoy intentando calcular a partir del ZIC, que es la vez que te da una por frame, los frames, pero no sé por qué me da como el doble de frames, por alguna razón. Y sin embargo lo había calculado por aquí y aquí sí me daba bien. Voy a hacer aquí un in-text. Aquí hay que hacer un format, creo que es. Format text y format, me parece que esto era 1, 2, correcto, y ahora aquí va el 1 y aquí va el 2. Voy a sacar los dos frame rate y veremos cuál de los dos es el que va bien. Efectivamente me da el doble, es decir, el de abajo, el segundo es el correcto y el primero es incorrecto. Vale. ¿Qué te parece, no? Para que la gente se pueda descargar algo, porque la gente lo pregunta mucho y quiere saber cómo va de rendimiento. Lógicamente a mí me va muy mal, muy despacio, pero la gente no se lo cree, aunque yo se lo diga. Entonces me gustaría tener una descarga para que la gente se lo pueda descargar y en su propio ordenador con su GPU vean a cuántos frames le irían digamos, las partes del mapa, las escenas que hay. Y eso es lo que quería sacar. Hice también el menú completo de las opciones gráficas, aunque no lo he hecho. Son assets externos. De hecho, ahora mismo lo que tengo son pistas. Son una pista de 2 minutos, 3 minutos en las que suenan, digamos, todos los pájaros. Me gustaría tenerlas independientes, es decir, cada pájaro que yo controle, cada sonido, para que lo pueda poner, por ejemplo, en los árboles o cosas así, y que estén, digamos, solo en algunas partes, que pueda hacer incluso tipo spawn aleatorio y random, para que no sea siempre la misma pista y se repita todo el tiempo. ¿Vale? Ahora te digo. Tengo una GTX 1060. Pues creo que el que ha probado con la GPU más grande tiene una 980 Ti. Es lo más que se ha probado que yo sepa. Y la 980 Ti les daba 200 frames en Full HD. Con la 1060 nos lo vas a tener que decir tú, porque posiblemente te dé más. O una 1060. No lo ha probado nadie, yo creo, con una 1060 todavía. Nos lo vas a decir tú qué tal va ese tema. Y hice aquí todas estas opciones que funcionan, aunque no estén bonitas. Funcionan y se puede cambiar toda la configuración toda la configuración gráfica aquí de cosas que haya para que dé rendimiento. Esto es lo que estuve haciendo ayer por la mañana, estoy haciendo ahora, y ahora estaba poniendo aquí este frame rate que quiero poner en pantalla para que lo pondré a prueba, efectivamente, porque la GPU más alta que hayan probado es una 980 Ti y les daba 200 frames. De hecho, dos personas con una 980 Ti las ha probado y las dos les daba 200 frames estables en 1080, con todo activado, o sea, en Epic, anti-aliasing, en todas las cosas, en el máximo en todo les daba eso. En concreto, la que tiene esto es una demo que está un poquito más bajo de rendimiento. Yo creo que después he mejorado cosas y creo que hay entre un 5 y un 10% mejor. O sea que bueno, y en principio más que eso te va a dar seguro, pero incluso la última versión a lo mejor podría darte un poquito más, si ves que no lo tienes muy justo. Lo digo porque, aunque parezca una broma, este juego se puede ver en VR. Hay frames de sobra para que este juego vaya en VR, aunque no lo parezca. Lo único sería el tema de los controles, pero bueno, como tampoco tienes mucho combate ni nada, sería mirar un poco cómo iría el tema de controles, o incluso si pudieras usar pues el gamepad, pero usarlo en VR, o sea que iría más que de sobre para VR, con cualquier máquina que tampoco sea excesiva, porque en principio no sé si son 90 en cada ojo o 45 en cada ojo, no estoy muy seguro, porque bueno, 45 le da a todo el mundo, lógico, y 90 le da también casi que a... Sí, sí. O sea que seguro que esto se podría dar en VR porque tiene de sobra frames más que de sobra para hacer VR. Sin tener tampoco una grandísima máquina. El problema está en que lógicamente yo no. A mí el VR no me va a ir. Y a 15 frames pues me va a dar mareos. O algo de eso. Pero. Y además no puedo comprar tampoco VR ni nada. Pero se podría, ¿eh? O sea que de sobra en cuanto a rendimiento. Que estaría muy bien. Vamos a ver. Vamos a ver. Esto que he hecho aquí, que estaría como muy sencillo, no me funciona. Por lo cual, vamos a hacer otra cosa un poco más rara. Que sería... ¿Por qué cuenta esto dos veces? El event seek me lo cuenta dos veces. O sea que este event seek se llama dos veces. Por lo que veo aquí entendido, tengo entendido, me llama dos veces. Por alguna razón. Por alguna razón lo llama dos veces exactamente. Esto se llama dos veces este event seek y aquí le digamos que lo suma, va incrementando hasta que, bueno, aquí simplemente da el rate, te lo da bien, con lo cual yo lo que haría sería sumarlo aquí manualmente, pero igual me va a salir que... Sí, lo que pasa es que me parece que este event seek, aquí lo que hago es muy sencillo, cojo un frame rate, cada vez que se llama el event seek lo incremento, ¿vale? Y luego lo que hago es que guardo el tiempo que ha pasado entre frames, por decirlo así, el tiempo que ha pasado entre frames. Aquí lo va guardando en esta variable hasta que esta variable vale más de 1, es decir, para que lo haga una vez por segundo, por decirlo así. Y en el caso de que sí, pues ya pinto, lo pongo en pantalla, ¿vale? Y luego ya una vez que lo he pintado, pues reseteo todo, otra vez hacerlo, todo correcto, ¿vale? Aquí lo que hago es que cuando se llama un frame, le cojo este delta time y calculo cuánto es el frame, ¿no? 1 menos, o sea, 1 dividido entre el tiempo de ese frame y por tanto ese es el tiempo que pinto aquí. O sea que aquí lo hago por cada vez que me hace un tick y aquí lo hago cuando digamos llevo a un segundo, ¿de acuerdo? O sea, cuando llega a un segundo, pues lo pinto. Y así lo voy pintando supuestamente cada segundo. Lo que pasa es que me da la impresión de que este tick se manda, o sea, se llama dos veces. Entonces por aquí me funciona porque cada vez que lo llama se pinta y lo pinta correcto. Pero por aquí, como lo llama dobles veces, ¿entiendes? Pues tengo un frame rate de 2. No sé si es también porque estoy en el editor, por ejemplo, puede ser, y me... ¿sabes te digo? Y me lo llame más veces de las que debiera, no lo sé. Entonces otra opción que tengo es que este me calcula aquí el frame, ¿vale? Me calcula el frame rate y que en vez de pintarlo directamente me lo actualice por ejemplo, cada segundo. Y para eso pues tendría que hacer algo así como un getTime, ¿vale? Vamos a ver. ¿Cómo cojo el time del...? No, pero no es este. GetTime. Quiero coger el tiempo del... Ah, pero es que este es otra cosa. No es esto lo que quiero. Coger el tiempo de juego. Que no sé cómo es. Time. Estas son mis funciones. Time. Time span. No es esto. ¿Qué es total milisegundos? No, no es esto lo que yo quiero. El now. Vamos a ver, es que no quiero el date time. Yo creo que es el tiempo que llevo pasado desde que empecé el juego, para que me entiendas. Game milliseconds. Time span. Animation, y esto ya es casting. Get accurate real time. Get real time seconds. Sí, yo creo que este es el que... Put definition. Native code. Vale, este es el tiempo, digamos, de juego. Entonces lo que voy a hacer es que cojo este, lo comparo con si es mayor que... Espera un momento. Muy bien, Marco, pues muchas gracias por pasarte por aquí. Luego te enseñaré cómo va este tema porque yo creo que esto va a estar muy chulo. Estoy aquí un poco atascado, pero yo creo que va a estar muy chulo que la gente pueda descargarlo y verse varias escenas del juego con el frame rate de cada uno. Yo creo que estaría muy bien. Así lo tengo hecho perfecto. Luego por la tarde me pasaré. Me paso yo por el tuyo y nos comentamos ahí y solucionamos el mundo. Vale. Gracias, nos vemos. Chao, chao. Entonces yo quiero que esto me lo haga cada cierto tiempo. Me va a hacer esto. Sí, podría calcularlo, pero bueno, en principio lo que voy a hacer es que en vez de pintarse cada segundo, que se pinte cada X tiempo, ¿vale? Es lo único que voy a hacer. Nos vemos luego seguro. Nos comentamos ahí el tema. Segurísimo. Lo que quiero hacer es simplemente que coja el tiempo, es decir, este delta times. Lo que voy a hacer es aquí el time from last effort check. Sería un get. Prácticamente lo mismo que aquí, es un add. Ya está, así que además tengo los nodos, lo tengo hasta hecho yo. Estos son nodos míos en C++. Es lo mismo, es decir, cojo aquí, le paso, hago el add, vale, entonces ya está, esto vengo por aquí. Esto se añade aquí y ahora este valor, lo que quiero es comparar si ha pasado un segundo de C la última vez que, digamos, lo cogí. ¿Vale? Ah, no, entonces no me hace ni falta esto. Lo que tengo que hacer, no hace falta ni añadirlo, claro, esto no me hace falta. Fuera. Esto más 1. Y veremos aquí. Es decir, si ha pasado más de un segundo desde la última vez que hice la comparación, pues si ha hecho que sí, branch, estas branch, aquí. Si es que sí, pues ya está. Esto hace aquí el set text. Tenemos aquí set text para que lo pinte una vez por segundo. Entonces tiene que hacer esta comprobación del tiempo si ha pasado desde la última vez. Si es que sí, pues entonces que me coja el time y tal. Y luego lo que tenemos que hacer aquí es un set y tenemos que coger este que es real time seconds para hacer aquí el reset de este. A ver. Esto lo que hace es coge el valor en ese frame, que bueno, tampoco es gran problema. En vez de hacer la media y todo eso, coge en ese frame y lo pinta. Vamos a ver cómo va esto. Así solo pone cada segundo y no cada milisegundo que está ahí pintando todo el tiempo, sino que pintar o ponerlo en pantalla lo pone una vez por segundo. Pero coge el frame que te haya ido llegando. ¿Vale? Ya está, para que tengamos ahí más... Para que no esté pintando todo el tiempo. Esa es la única cosa. Y ahora para que tengamos un poquito de variación, pues... Lo que voy a hacer es... no limitar el project settings. Project setting, general settings. Vale, voy a quitar aquí el smooth que tengo siempre. Hola. A ver, ¿lo he quitado o no lo he quitado? Sí, no está limitado. Ah, pero creo que lo tengo limitado quizá en el play. Vale, ahora options and limit apply back. Vale, ahora sí. Así digamos que se actualiza cada segundo. Vale. Como veis, limitado a 15, tampoco es que me dé un gran margen, pero bueno, algo sí que me da de margen. Vale, así el pintar se va dibujando cada segundo y no cada frame. No se dibuja cada frame, sino que se dibuja una vez por segundo. Yo creo que ahí está bien. Esto ya está perfecto. Así que venga, fuera toda esta basura. Molaba más, yo creo. Molaba aquí más que fuese simplemente un incremento en vez de una comparación. Con un incremento también. Sí, podría hacer un incremento también y una comparación. Que es lo mismo que hace esto. Lo que pasa es que esto lo hace en C++, pero... Pero es que para eso lo puedo hacer aquí. Puedo hacerlo más sencillo, claro, aquí fuera. A ver. Esto va aquí. Digamos que esto lo hace lo mismo, lo calcula una vez por segundo. Pero lo hace cuando este delta llega a 1. Pasa que en ese caso no estoy controlando yo. Como esto se hace 2 veces, me parece que esto suma más de la cuenta. Con lo cual, fuera a la basura. A la basura y frame rate también a la basura. Delete. Ya está, esto va aquí. Ya está, fuera. Fin. Frame rate. Ya está. Vale, ya tenemos el frame rate en pantalla. Sí, es performance test. Ya tendríamos ahí los FPS. Incluso puedo hacer que esto sea un append. De aquí un format para hacerlo un poco más bonito. Pero bueno, esto ya... Pasa como está centrado, no quería... Lo que puedo hacer es a la derecha. Está aquí el aligning. Right. Y moverlo un poquito. Así. 200, 200 y menos 125. Yo creo que ahí para que salga en el medio. FPS play. Ya está. Perfecto, ya tenemos nuestro frame rate on screen. Hello Niels, welcome. Trying to do this frame rate on screen because I'm planning to give the option to download like a performance test. So for that, what I would like to have is just the performance, the frame rate on screen, so I can control this one instead of just giving this small number here, which is really not nice. I mean, I'm just giving this nicer frame rate on screen and then putting all the things here for well. The option is just downloading this version, and then you have like a different cameras that are just showing different parts of the game, not really giving you the option to walk, but just the option to see some areas, for example, different I don't know, charts, the market, or some places on the map, so you can see how well it's working on performance, just checking the FPS, but not really giving you the option to walk and play mechanics, things like that. So it will be easier, for example, putting here a camera, and this is just moving between cameras on the screen, so you can go to any other place or any other thing, and you can just see how well or is performing the game. So that's the first thing that I was just creating, was this FPS on the screen. And after that, what I'm creating are the cameras that you are just moving between them, or just randomly them, something like that. Or in order could be also fine, because a lot of people is asking me about them. If they can just download something for the game, have a demo or things like that, but I don't have this, and I'm afraid always, as you know, that just giving something to the game and to the people, they think that this is completely almost finished, even you are trying to say that this is not finished, and there are a lot of things missing, and maybe this is only 50% of the game. Anyway, the people say like the game is more or less like that, so I don't want to give them any something that is not finished or almost finished. And I was thinking to give them something like that, so they can see just performance but not really playing, or having, for example, areas that are completely empty, or missing mechanics, or problem with the user interface and things like that. So the first thing is just putting the frame rate on the screen, and now I'm just creating cameras, and then doing something, because I have two options. One thing is using cameras, another one is using like a spline that the camera is moving, but in that case I need to update if I'm creating new areas this line, and also there are a few areas that are almost empty, so you need to cross through them, and this is not a really good test for something empty. So for avoiding this one, I think the best idea is just giving or putting a few cameras on the map on places that have been already finished, like for example middle of the forest, some the castle, or for example the char houses, things like that, so you can see the map is complete. For example, let's say you are going on this way, let's say makes no sense being here because half of the map is empty, as you can understand. It's fine, so this is not a good test for performance. But if I'm just putting here a camera, you see that all of them have been, let's say, covered on the map, and you have the trees, grass, and everything like that. So this one could be like a real stand, but being on this part is not like a real stand. For in the future I will put more things, so giving the option to do kind of this spline, this is a lot of places that are empty, so it's better just to give them a camera in some places that are more or less finished or complete map. So this is a good reference for performance, having like a complete area and not just half of them empty, which you are moving between the map. So that's the idea, giving a few cameras and then just changing between cameras, things like that. So that's what I'm trying to do. So I will create probably a new level, or no, I will create here an uncommon. I will create a folder, probably subfolder, performance test cameras, things like that. So what do you think about this? Did you maybe planning to do something like that, giving the people, I know that you are already providing this demo that needs to be optimized, of course, but yeah, I'm afraid that giving something to the people, they think that this is more or less finished, and I'm trying to avoid this. Another thing that I would like to do is giving the cameras, and also maybe taking different time of the day. So instead of just adding cameras, I would like to add maybe a blueprint with a camera inside, and also time of the day. I don't know, maybe rotating from some point, things like that, so giving more option per camera. And in that case I will maybe create a blueprint with a camera inside, but in that case I'm a bit afraid that I cannot really manage well the camera. So well, Serpentakill, probably this is the first time that you are coming here, so you have no idea what are you asking, but I can just explain you with pleasure if you have the time to listen me. Otherwise you can just leave and say that this game is bad. As I said, I'm trying to do performance build for people downloading this one, and they can see how the performance is going. I have also C++ code, and all my blueprints are being compiled to C++. And I don't have any problem with performance, so any GPU normal one that you are using is like 150 frames per second, even 200. But I have a laptop for these streamings, and for me I need to reduce the performance on my laptop to do a better stream for you, for example, enjoying this full HD. So in that case I need to reduce my performance on my computer, and people maybe like you, that this is the maximum performance that I can take on this game. So for that kind of people that they don't believe me, they say that it's working well, I'm trying to create performance tests for your computer and not mine, and you can see what I'm talking about. That's the reason. So yeah, no, so probably you left already, that's fine. Could I extend the camera, but I think I will use this one. Yeah, exactly. This is the same thing. Like I can show already because I have the map more or less well optimized. I have really high FPS all the time, but people do not believe in this, so they need to download this and then try, and they see that. But that's fine. So that's for some kind of reason, like for example this guy coming here just complaining, not even saying hello. I'm trying to do this this download. So oops, no, I didn't anyone, so this is an actor. That's fine. Yeah, I don't want to give them the game that they are just playing, because in that case they are missing many mechanics, and I increase the map every time. So yeah. Oh really? I have found many videos and things working very well. This is more or less the same way that this Blender cloth is working, but well, of course, like 100 times better. So this is really a really cool thing for creating clothes. I think was just checking the price is a bit high for me. I mean, not for such kind of software, but for me. But yeah, if you have this one, of course, take the time and let me know how it's going, because it's really, I think it's really good tool for that things, really. So I will do here is adding like a camera for that. So this camera, that's all I think. I will also add a variable like time of the day, or just time is fine. I need to do is a float, that's fine. So let me see how it's going if I'm just dropping one thing here. If I can just, oops, camera here, perspective. Well, instead of using maybe a camera, what I can use is this default start or things like that, probably. So instead of using this, I will do this start, something like player start. Child actor maybe, and then player start. Exactly. Okay, fine. Static. That's fine. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's fine. It's very good that they are just giving an option to try this one before you are buying, because I was just looking for something like that for a speed tree, but they don't have any option that you can just download and try this. So it's like buying or not, just checking videos on internet, but you can even try this, I'd say, even out of the camera is fine. Yeah, that's good. So let's delete this, save, and what is happening here is player start. Or we say what to have the option to pilot on camera, so probably what they need to do is just creating the camera and then yeah, there's something. I want to have the camera, but I don't want to have like camera and blueprint for a few of them, so I would like to have like blueprints and then the cameras for them. So maybe what I'm creating is a list of them with a array for them. So yeah, I could just try something like this. Yeah, should be better idea. So let's say instead of having this like one camera, I will delete this, and what I will have is a array for them. So I can even create, I don't really need to be an actor for that, I think. So I will delete this camera, delete yes. I will create a component, will be better. So blueprint from component, actor component, and in this case will be test cameras, yeah, blueprint. And I can add to this game manager I have ready, so I will add here a new component which is performance test cameras, blueprint, can I just say this one? No. Okay, no, not this waiting. So what I would like to do is having a few cameras in my map, and then assigning them to kind of register, and then passing this register completely with all the information that's needed there to the game manager. This is the one that is managing everything. So for that, what I need to do is maybe taking this game manager. Let me see here, game manager, and yeah, I could just create like this. I'm not sure if I can put like few variables here for this one. So if I'm creating a variable here, which is array, so I don't know, just cameras, I will create later a register for that. So let's say camera actor, and this is array. I would like to know if I have access to this one from my main level, let's say. So if I'm taking this, well, no, it's fine. Yeah, exactly. So I can just, let's say in my game manager, I can assign here all the cameras that I want to use as yeah, these performance test cameras. So that's fine. And what I need to do is creating a special register for that. So I will create from blueprints a structure will be performance test camera struct, yeah, just to be sure that this is just something different. So first thing will be here the camera that I want to assign. So the type is camera, actor, reference, that's fine. Create a new variable that will be like a time times the date that I want to put for this camera, which is float. And maybe I will add new parameters later. So that's the thing here. Instead of cameras should be performance test cameras, true. That's fine. Yes. And now in this game manager that I have already, I can just, let's say here, adding the cameras and putting which camera. Yeah, exactly. So I can use the camera and take the time of the day for them. So I will have few them on this array that I can use for that. So I will create a couple of them maybe just for testing. So I will take, what is this? I don't know. I'll say home player, and I will put this one like 16, which is 960. I will create another camera. Oops, not here. Taking like a, I don't know, track view, watermill, Old Town, and use, for example, this one. Oops. Yeah, this is the only camera that need to be in the level, so that's fine. Not possible. I would like to see which cameras are being here on this level, because since that there are no cameras for that. Okay, so I will create a couple of cameras here for that. So camera, this will set now modes. Okay, frozen, right. Okay. Technical problems. This is camera. What do I have cameras? Well, it's easier just being here and say create camera for that. So that's easier. Create camera here, try, and I will do camera chart 2 just for testing. So let's say all of them will be this kind of things. So for that I need to move this one to this level in case that is not, it's already here. Okay, fine. So I would like to move this camera to this folder. So all settings, T cameras, sorry, all settings, all lining here. And I will move this to this folder. That's right. I'm just pivoting this one. I know. Okay, fine. So I have one camera. I will create another one to another other place. I don't know which one. Some place like, for example, here, and see what is happening with them. So create a new camera here. We take camera windmill, and I need to do the same. So this, I don't know what is this. So moving to this folder. So I have all the cameras all together there. And what I need to do now is on this game manager, on the cameras that I have for that, I will just add a couple of them. So this is one of them, and this is another one. And I will change the time for both of them just for testing. So I have ready two cameras that I can just move from one to another one. Game manager here, I want to see the code. Where's my code here? So it's loading. Here I'm checking if this is the editor or not, so I'm going to some path for the editors, another one here. So I will check here for get is performance test. Okay, and I will do the branch. Just for testing, I will move to another place, so this is completely different gameplay for that if that's the case. So what I'm doing is, let me see what is this one doing. Move player to start, set time of the day, use headless camera. Oh, it's this one. So for each, I will do for each camera or things like that, or I can take one only. So take this and then get cameras. So this is the right with all the cameras. I will just take probably get 0, get and coffee, so be fine. 0, and what I'm doing is using this camera, so I will take this break destruct, and just let me, I don't need this for each. I will move to the first camera. Oops. No, it will be easier here. Get time day night cycle controller, and set time. So I will use the time for this camera. And another thing that I need to do is moving the, let's say, the player to this place. So for that I need to take this camera, get actor location, well, actor transfer or actor location. Is there a way to use the camera for use as a default camera or things like that? I don't remember. Instead of using the camera for the player, I would like just to put this. set view target or things like that. Okay, set view set view target is not working. Yeah, you have this number that you are just updating your streamings every day. So yeah, I have seen that you have been working for really long, and that's the reason that even promoting your channel here, probably they all of them they know you, so that's fine. Yeah, it's a lot of time. Also, I'm just keeping most of the builds that I'm just creating, just to check from time to time to see how it was like 2 months ago or 6 months ago, and I can just check from even when the project was maybe 2 months only, and you can see that I have almost nothing there. Yeah, that's incredible how long it takes for every single detail, things like that. Yeah, that's true. So maybe get player pound and then cast. That's just going back as usual. So I will move this way. What I want to do is using the camera that is here for my let's say the player, but not really starting playing. So get free and cast. So they need to be casting to cast to first person character first. That's fine. And then what I need to do is get free camera head free, and then set transfer. So we set transfer, and we will use the camera that is here. So get transfer, get actor transfer. I hope this is working. So teleport directly, that's fine. So be something like that to see what is happening with if this one is just setting the camera from the player at the moment. Let's see what is happening if I'm just clicking play. I'm really interested on it. So the first camera should be the charge, so I can just move here. Sorry, when I'm just clicking start, let's say. No. Okay. Is it just being called or not? Maybe at this time they don't have any player. Okay, so this one is calling here. I change the time of the day. And what is happening with this case? So frame skip. So yeah, it's coming here. The thing what I need to do is using this camera, so probably I forgot about this. This is exactly the same, trying to do exactly the same here, but what I need to do is this camera start relative translation. Exactly. Camera start need to be this, and then activate this one and deactivate the another one. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so this is not the camera that I'm trying to do. Let me see. Because let's say they have this code already done. So set related transfer is not this, but set world transform here. The camera I need to use is this, not this one. So I don't have the moment the player. So this is the activating this. and then activate this camera, that's fine. Deactivate the camera here, so this is here, and I let it this, that's fine. So this one should be just setting the camera that I'm trying to use and putting the right position and using this camera as default by player. So it doesn't matter where the player is, it's just setting the camera for the player. So let's see what's happening. Okay, so that's going well. I will just continue with this one, that's fine. Yeah, exactly, so I have this. And the thing is I can move, but I will just try to, yeah, I can remove this one. Yeah, that's true, but I would like to keep as less as possible, not really creating a lot of new things. You are right. This is maybe nicer way, but I don't think I will use for really long this one. But you're right. I would like to check this another option going on this way. Yeah, the thing is here they have more or less everything done, like for example loading all the levels, player configuration should be like so cursor not, so that's fine, and enable input for the player controller. This is enable input, that's fine. So I have everything done for the play when this starts the menu, and that's the thing that I'm trying to do, like for example pause game, it's not paused, and then not showing cursor, many other things like that. So giving the option not to move the player, and I don't know where this one is, deactivating how the player is playing, that is not moving anything to have the menu, and you can really not control this moving the player at the moment that I'm just doing that. So I can just remove the control when I'm just loading. I think I have them already, which is set active character movement. I think that's all. Yes. So instead of creating completely new, I have more or less of the code. I'm not going really nice right now, but I mean this is a character controller. I can create something much nicer later, but this is just kind of a sequence, so stop the player moving and just changing between cameras with on this right that I have all the cameras, so it's just like setting the camera for the player, so the player is kind of jumping from point to point, and that's all. This is not really moving. So still I can't rotate, but now alright, so I cannot even move. The only thing that I can do is rotate, but I don't want to get this option to rotate anyway, so I just want to have like a still cameras. Y Atilaz, muy buenas, bienvenido por aquí, buenos días. Llegas un poquito tarde, me quedan 15 minutos, pero bienvenido de cualquier modo. Estoy creando una secuencia de cámaras para que el player solo vaya a una secuencia de cámaras. Quiero darlo para que la gente se lo pueda descargar y vea el rendimiento del juego. Y casi está, pero ahí está. Yeah, it works because it's quite simple. I have more or less everything that I have, but the only thing is I need to block also the character movements. It's not active, and what I want to do is you cannot even rotate or anything like that. So I have already done, but I need to find where this one is being. So instead of enable input, probably I can use this disable input or things like that. Disable input, so there is no way for player controller this character movements, I think. Now it's this. just take this. Get controller. I think this is the one that I need. Controller objects not compatible with player controller. Okay, get player controller. Player state no. Get player controller. Right. Okay. So what I want to do is just remove the control for the player, and that's all. I have even already camera that's not attached to any bone, so I'm using this one for example for dialogues and things like that. So I can reuse this one as I did already. I don't need really to create a new camera or new other thing. It's just blocking that you cannot move, and then jumping the camera from point to point, and that's all. So at the moment the camera is working well, and you have also still moving. So for some reason I have the option to rotate, and that is because I think there are two of them. So one of these is, for example, this set active, and another one is set input, maybe, or things like that. I don't remember. There are two of them, so I need to check here because I did already. So there is an option to block the player when it's just deactivate set movement mode. This is the one that I'm trying to do, this character movement. Exactly. I think this is the one that I'm looking for. Character movement components, so this is the one that I'm trying. And then you do this known, and there is no way to move. I need to check because I did already. So when you start the game, you have the menu, and during this menu there is no way to move or any other thing. So I have the code already, but because there are like a couple of them, like the input, the movement, and I don't remember any other things. So like two different of them with this controller, and then another with the movement. So I can just rotate. Probably I need to give to them. So this one's not working. So let's check all the steps. So this multiplayer, this is time, taking this camera, that's fine. Pause game, this is not. This is playing, not. Show course is fine. Yeah, that's fine. Probably what I need to do is showing the HUD, if I didn't do yet, and then giving this HUD that is the focusable, so it's taking all the controls from the player, and nothing's happening if I'm not really managing this one in any way. So probably what I need to do is this get user interface. Muy buenas, Sasha, bienvenido por aquí de nuevo. Cat mode. So HUD, or there's something like HUD. But this is already being shown, that's fine. Because in the menu what I'm doing is just showing the menu, and this menu is giving you or taking all the input from the game, and I'm doing nothing with this, so that's fine. So the thing is that should be taking also all the controls for that. So disable input, that's fine, but even rotating, this is maybe something from the camera. So the input controller, camera head, I can just, no, I think it's character movement that you can just set active to, I have this ready, so this is not active. There is an option to not taking input from the player, so movement mode, that's fine. And then there are two of them, I don't remember them. One of them is this set active, but there's another one about the input. That's a variables. I don't remember this one. Input, input vector, input. I can just controlling inputs, things like that. Move input in ignore. Set move input. Set ignore input. This one, I think this is the one that I'm trying to do. Controller. So, oops. Maybe this one. Yeah, I think that there are two of them. Yeah, I was just trying to do. I need to check because I was adding both of them to activate or deactivate the wall input from the player, let's say. And there are a couple of them, so that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, still moving, but this is the only thing that I can do. Any other thing is just not working. That's fine. But that's the only thing that I can do. Rotating, but I don't want to rotate this the camera, so I need to find which one is give me this, because this disable input is not really taking this. So maybe this camera has an option like set. Let me see the camera from the player. There is an option that you are setting if this one is being managed with the rotation of the controller or not. Yeah, there is this set input similar something, I don't remember exactly. So no, not this. This is not the HUD. What I want is the player. Because for the camera, as you see here, this camera head, for example, things like that, you have the option to say use pause control rotation. That's the one that I'm trying to do. So for this camera head, what is happening now? It's frozen computer. Maybe crash. Probably. Okay. So what I want to do, auto saving. So set control. No. What is the name of this? Use spawn control. Use spawn control. No, in that case it's not from the camera. Probably it is not from the camera. Use spawn control rotation. Camera head free. Okay, and the one that I'm using is camera star. That has not this, and also it's not locking to this one, for example, and not taking this control pawn. So in that case, should be not being controlled by the player, just moving. But there is something like that. Yeah, so I was using this set ignore move input, but since not working really. So disable input, ignore move input, set active character movement is not active, and this is activating the camera. So for some reason still I can move, and it's just taking any control to this one, even deactivating everything. So yeah, I remember I have many problems with that, and I was just solving, I mean, for the menu, probably like that, putting something on a screen and taking all the input focusable for the game, and in that case is just ignoring everything that's happening there. For example, just showing the menu, So just for that I will do this get UI just for testing. You will see how I was just kind of solving this. So my menu to show, it will show the menu that I don't want this, but this is how the camera should be not moving. Exactly, this is the one that I need to put. Say input mode user interface only. Yeah, exactly, this is the same that I'm using here for that. So this is the one that I need to put, is set input mode. Set input mode. Probably I set input mode user interface only, and this one is just taking the control from the user interface. So I will just ignore this. In widget to focus there's nothing, and I will use mouse lock always, I think, and let's see what is happening. That is the same that I'm using, for example here, toggling yes or no. So I will just show you here where I have then. You see, this case I'm using this toggle, and this one is going to this one, which is just show height widget, and in this show height widget I have this one, input mode only or game mode, things like that. So it's just changing between them when I'm showing. So this is exactly what I was looking for, this input mode. This is exactly the same as showing the menus. So all the control is going to this user interface, but just ignoring all the commands, and it's kind of, you don't have any option there. Let's see if this is working now. Well, that is something strange, but still, this is probably the problem with the model. Yeah, exactly. So that's why I was thinking to put this. So let me just remove this one. So what I need to do is just showing something. I will do with the main menu just for testing, but I can create, of course, a widget that you can use for that. You know, this is more or less the same. You put a widget and then you say that this is focusable, which is taking all the control from the game. What I say. So in case that I'm just putting this menu, as you see, nothing's happening here. So I cannot really do anything. I think it's because I have one widget for that. I'm also afraid that this is not really falling down for some reason. So probably this is the last one that I need to. What is happening if I'm just showing a menu and avoiding all those things like controlling, not controlling, on everything like that? You are just on user interface, nothing's happening because I can create one single really empty, almost empty for that. In fact, I could move this to the widget that I'm using for the FPS, so avoiding using this. So as you see, this is exactly working. Okay. So this is the one that I'm trying to do. But something strange that maybe the player is not falling down or not falling enough. Just things like that. But yeah, that's working. And the way is using a widget for that. So I will do is creating a widget. Also, I can create a URI like a couple of buttons here, so you can just click left and yeah, something like control for kind of play. So you have like a latest camera, next camera, or things like that. You can just create a few things like this. Yeah, I want to give also the option to click on this menu again. So I will just create something nicer, of course, to have better experience. But this is something that I will do. So like this one is new user interface widget. I will call this one performance test. And what I'm doing is moving the one that I have in this hood, because for example all this code that I'm having here for this event thick, I don't really need them in case that you are using this performance test. So in that case I can even check this one, and I'm moving this frame here that I have. I will just copy this, and I hope that I can put in this new widget, paste something on the top. Yeah, I need to change the numbers here, but so something like that. And then in this widget I'm using, in this case I will do also focusable, so you need to put here the class settings or class default. Here is the focusable. Muy buenas, Alex. No pasa nada, deja aquí al lurk y no hay problema. So using this focusable you will take all the input from the player and doing nothing, I mean managing nothing. Okay, Nils, thank you for coming, and thank you also for the help. This is almost done, and I will also leave in 5 minutes. It's time for lunch for me also. So yeah, I hope to see you soon. If you are just streaming this marvelous designer, I will just have a look, of course. So thank you for coming. Yeah, for the rest of the people I will just try this, and yeah, this is the last thing that I'm doing today. Maybe I will continue this afternoon with this part. So what I'm doing is taking this for the thick funnel here. Okay, and I will create this one as variable. So variable, that's fine. О, привет, Дмитрий. Привет. Сами последний минут приехали, ну, все равно. Добро пожаловать. Как все дела? Меньше работы уже. Create variable. That's fine. Уже давно не приехал. Так, time. And the rest will be fine. Just compile. Trying to do a version for performance test. А, еще завалили. Ну, плохо. Что сейчас уже лучше? Надеюсь. Я работаю как всегда. Сделал немножко домики, сделал новый храм, сделал тоже так здесь. Это мельница сделал, другой маленький храм тоже сделал, домики еще сделал. Ну, немножко. Тоже сделал меню. Сейчас возможно тоже поменять. Oh, are you streaming in a few minutes? That's fine. You need to update first. Oh, okay. Just let me see if you are still here. I can just check for the host. Just sending people there, having a look at what are you doing. Так красиво, да? Ну, на самом деле вообще не нравится, а потом уже лучше, конечно, не закончить еще стекло надо, потому что у меня нет. И тоже внутри есть что-нибудь, но тоже не хватает, потому что тоже надо делать что-нибудь еще больше внутри, еще это где-то скамейки у меня тоже нет пока, но потом не будет, и стекло. Но более-менее нормально, и тоже это колокольчик тоже работает, все более-менее работает. Но как всегда есть много работы. Сейчас хочу сделать версию, что можно люди скачать и попробовать, как быстро работает на кадр в секунд. И поэтому сделали еще новенький что-нибудь меню и так далее. Так стараюсь. Но уже так время на обед, и ну и буду еще вечером, если возможно. Я просто хотел, что минимум как видно, и все. А потом вечером еще делаю. Performance test add widget. No. Create widget. Где будет тест? Add to beeper. А не видел какой? Идеально, отлично. Слишком много людей, честно говоря, слишком много людей. И было, не знаю, как 150 человек, 200, миллион человек, много-много вопросов, и вообще не очень удобно, но идеально. Очень устал, потому что сделал тоже много-много часов, а после этого поменяли еще обратно на английском, стараюсь, но много людей испанский, и уже трудно, потому что много людей испанский, на английском не понимает. Если говорить на испанском, люди на английском не приедут еще, но труднее сейчас это делать, но более-менее хорошо. Рад, больше людей, чем обычно, и больше людей тоже узнали про этот проект. Поэтому так это интересно и стараюсь это делать лучше. Но просто как во время не очень. Или не это, и поэтому так потруднее. Но было очень хорошо, и не только что больше людей, а сделали много друзей, потому что другие люди тоже на креативе тоже делают это стриме, тоже делают видео. И это типа много друзей сделали, поэтому это очень хорошо. Но знакомили друг друга много людей. А просто бегали слишком много, потому что тоже люди, которые приехали, просто удачные и все. И не очень хотели так, что я делаю, ни вопросы, ничего не интересно просто. Ну, было хорошо, да. Очень. Есть видео тоже на YouTube, но, конечно, испанский. Но все равно, можно смотреть 5 минут и видно, сколько это количество людей было. Вообще невозможно. Вопрос невозможно. Тогда, если ты не видел на этом время, ты тоже не видел этот город, может быть. Уже сделал город полный. Это новый. Вообще новый. Все сделал на этом время. И все сделал. Здесь есть другой. Тоже маленький. Это тоже сделал новый. И, конечно, все внутри. Тоже не закончил все 60%. Но тоже все есть. Вот. И тоже это сделал. Тоже внутри. Все поменяется. Все гуляет, все работает. Все так. Все тоже внутри есть. Упс. И тоже сделал механика новенькая на пару, который есть крафтинг новый. И другой можно тоже на охоте тоже возможно. Ну, чуть-чуть сделал, конечно, но все посередине как. Работа, ну как. User Interface Manager. Widget. Event Graph. Set Keyboard Focus. Set Keyboard Focus. Last thing that I'm doing is so this, so it is like a set input mode only, set keyboard focus, ready, and set input mode user interface only. Target get player controller. Let's see what's happening. Да, так думаю, будет очень хорошо и дальше будет лучше, но пока не то и не то, ни рыба, ни мясо. Ну вот, я хочу это просто закончить, через минуту уже ухожу на стрим, поэтому не переживайте, ничего не потеряете. Будет попозже. Через 5 часов я буду, но просто понимаю, что это уже поздно будет, может быть. Во-во-во, уже работает. Идеально. Во-во-во. Все работает. А потом делать красивее. Все без проблем. Так, идеально. Вот, поэтому это все. Спасибо, что приехал. Ты уже закончил. So this is more or less working what I was just trying to do. So I have already the camera just showing something and it's controlling all the movement from the player, so the player cannot really move anything there anymore, so that's fine. And I will continue this afternoon with the code. With this one I will try to do something clearer here, and the thing is, after a few times I will just be jumping to another camera or even giving some kind of options here on the screen to just click and then move between cameras if you want to do something like that. Yeah, and I will create a few cameras to check all this process that is just changing between them, you know. Y mariposas, faltan mariposas, dijeron.
¡Gañán!
So that's all. If you have any question, want to see anything more, otherwise don't forget to check all the links that I have here, with also the YouTube channel with all the streamings in the past. And I will be streaming as usual. I'm streaming every day this time for 2 hours, and also in 5 hours I will be streaming again. And I will continue with this thing, so I hope that you enjoy, and see you here later. Let me check who is online already, so we can just pass this host to someone that is creating something really nice. This is still not starting, so I will pass to this guy. So yeah, so that's all. I'm leaving here. I will see you later. Gracias a los que habéis venido por aquí, que estabais. Voy a marchar ya a la hora de comer como siempre. Luego por la tarde estaré otra vez. Quedáis por aquí, no sé si quedarán Hacha y Aitalat, si está por aquí, y la gente que esté, Pablo, algunos si estáis. Pues nada más. Buenas tardes y os vemos luego por la tarde si os pasáis por aquí. Gracias por venir. Adiós.